Alright everyone, welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, this is Memorial Day. So this goes out to all those that gave their lives in support of our country and those families that supported those folks that paid the ultimate sacrifice to give us the freedoms that we have today. I'm also a retired veteran and I know what it's like to go through several different wars, several different deployments, things like that. It's not an easy thing to do, so shout out to all of those again that gave their lives to support our country and those families that supported those folks. My heart and prayers go out to you. All right, today we're going to talk about tires. Everybody loves to talk about tires, so that's what we're going to do. And of course, first thing, got to get in that cold start. Guys, we're gonna make a quick pit stop. We're gonna run through the car wash. I know you guys are gonna get on me. Hey, that's gonna scratch up your paint. That's gonna do whatever. I know what it's gonna do. But it's all good. I'm gonna roll up in here and get the car washed. Alright, we're here at Whip Clean in Bowie. Go ahead, get the car washed, get her wiped down. Like I said, I know you guys are going to get on me for running my car through the car wash, but right now with my foot, I just can't do it myself. And you know what? This ain't something y'all see every day on YouTube either, is running through a car wash. So sit back, relax, check out this car wash. All right, everyone, you saw it in the thumbnail, you heard it on the intro. We're going to talk about tires. But first off, I'm going to try and give you a little different view. We got the POV cam set up on my hat, so you're going to get a first-person view of me and Shake and Bake while I'm driving. So back to the topic of the day. Topic of the day is we're going to talk about tires. One thing about tires, it really all depends what you're going to do with your car, right? So if you're going to use your car on the street to do some shenanigans, I'm going to suggest one type of tire. If you're going to use your car as a daily driver, whether you're going in the rain, the snow, you know, through the different seasons, I'm going to recommend another tire. And then we'll talk about if you're going to take your car to the drag strip, I'll talk about my setup and what kind of tires I have that seem to work really, really well for me. All right, so first off, let's start off with street tires in which you're going to need some grip. Whether you're doing burnouts, you're doing 0 to 60s, you know, 1/8 miles, or you know, you're out there doing some nefarious things out on the street. Definitely gonna suggest a drag radial for sure. And there's many manufacturers out there for your rear tires. For your rear tires, definitely a drag radial. And I would definitely go no smaller than, say, a 295, maybe a 275. And then you can go up to, you know, wherever you like, 305s, 315s. I personally have Nitto Tri-5Rs, not the G2, Tri-5Rs, which are a drag radial made by Nitto. Now, Nitto also makes the NTO5R, which is not so much a street drag radial, but a track drag radial. Same way with the Mickey Thompsons. The Mickey Thompson ET Street Rs, they are more, I know it has street in the names, but they're more geared towards the track. And then when you look at the Mickey Thompson ET Street SS's, they're more like the Nitto Tri-5Rs, a street drag radial. No kidding, drive on the street drag radial. One word of caution: if you are about to drive in any kind of weather, even rain, the drag radials are not the tire you want on your car. Because even when these were, I had the Nitto 5 Tri-5Rs, brand new, driving in the rain, doing 55, 60 miles an hour in the rain, it got to seem a little sketchy. So if you're going to drive in any kind of weather, I would not have any type of drag radials. I would have an all-season tire. So on the fronts, I do run Nitto Tri-5 G2s, all-season radials on the front, and I do that just so they can grip up front, and they're a little bit cheaper than the drag radials. You're gonna pay for drag radials. There's no way around it. I think my Tri-5Rs were 250, 260, somewhere in that range each. The fronts were just over $200 each. So if you're gonna do, you know, stuff where you're gonna need traction on the street, I would go with, like I said, a Nitto Tri-5R or the Mickey Thompson ET Street SS's. Let's stay on the street, and we're going to talk about tires that you could use for all season. If you're driving, you know, if you're in an area where you hit all 4 seasons, you hit a lot of rain, you may hit some snow, there are a lot of options out there. So I do stick with 305s in the rear and 275s in the front. I used to have cheap tires, really cheap tires, about just over $100 a piece. I think they're like $100, $120 a piece. And they were the Achilles Desert Hawks. Really nice tire. Now, you're not going to get, you know, big time 0 to 60s or, you know, doing nefarious things on the street, like, you know, 40 poles and things like that. Yeah, you're not going to have that much traction. And that's going to be with any performance tire that's not a drag radial. You're going to have a problem with traction. That's just the way it is. But we're talking about on the street, daily driver, rain, sleet, snow, summer, fall, winter. I would go with either, if you want to go the cheap route, I would go either the Achilles Desert Hawks or the Atturo AZ850s. There's been a lot of people do reviews of the Atturo AZ850s on YouTube. They get a lot of good reviews and, you know, a few bad reviews. Some of those bad reviews, I don't think they understand what the tire was actually designed for, because they were trying 0 to 60s and things like that. That's not what those tires are designed for. Those tires are designed to, you know, run all season, keep you safe in the rain, sleet, snow, whatever, you know, situation you find yourself driving in. So that's gonna do it for driving on the street all season. You know, you have a lot of more expensive options too. You got the Nitto Tri-5 G2s, awesome tire to run all season. They're great in the rain. I had Tri-5 G2s on the rear of my car before. They're great in the rain, great in the snow, good in the summer. But again, you're not going to get that traction that you're going to get from one of the drag radials. So that's going to wrap it up for the street part. Now I'm going to talk about what I use at the track. So what I run at the track, I just recently got some 17-inch skinnies to run in the front, and they're Hoosiers. I believe they're 27.5 by 5s, I think. I have to go back and look again. I haven't used them yet. I just got them a couple months ago. About a month ago I got them. And tracks haven't opened up yet, so I haven't been able to put them on. But I will be running skinnies this year at the track. Highly recommend skinnies. You know, talking to a lot of people, seeing a lot of things on YouTube and stuff, you are going to get about a 1/10 by running skinnies. You're going to drop that. Not only are you going to drop weight, but you're going to drop that rotational mass, which is a big deal. So that's the skinnies up front, and I'm almost positive they're 27.5 inch. On the rear, I also run Hoosier slicks, and those are super nice at the track. They are a really good tire. I love them. This is my second set of these tires running on the track. Super sticky, great tire for the track, get a lot of traction. And they are 28 inch by 10.5 by 18. So I got 18 inch rims up front, 18 inch in the back, 17 inch up front. So that's what I run at the drag strip. Now, a lot of people run a lot of different tires at the drag strip. You can run, as I spoke before, the Nitto 05Rs. Those are a great drag strip tire, super sticky. I would argue they're comparable to the Mickey Thompson ET Street Rs, which a lot of people use at the strip as well. So you can kind of take your pick. There's a lot of options out there. My personal opinion, there is no bad option out there. You know, people argue, you know, one manufacturer is better than the other. I don't like to get into those arguments. You know, a tire, you know, there are differences in the tires, but I think you get basically the same performance out of, you know, whichever manufacturer you go with. There's also the Toyo 888Rs as well. They are a better all-around tire, but those tires are super expensive. Toyos, you're gonna pay upwards of $400 or $500 per tire for one of those. So depending upon your budget, depending on how you want to use your car, really is going to depend on what tire setup you're going to want to use. So like I said, you know, my setup, I've got Nitto Tri-5 G2s up front, and I've got Nitto Tri-5R radials, drag radials in the rear, and that's just for, you know, 0 to 60s, and, you know, doing some pulls here and there, just for the traction portion. If you're on the street and you're driving, you know, all season, and you're looking for that all season tire, and you're not worried about, you know, 0 to 60s and the stickiness of your tires, hey, there's lots of options. There's a lot of good cheap options out there. People will argue that point too, but I've had a couple sets of cheap tires and had no problems with them. So those cheap options are your Achilles, Desert Hawk, or your Atturo AZA 50s. And then, you know, you can go the expensive route with the G2s or a Mickey Thompson tire as well. They also make radials as well. And then you have your usual Goodyear, Michelin, Firestone. You can get any of those, will be a good street tire to keep you set up in the rain and the whole 9 yards. And then last, we talked about the strip, taking the car to the drag strip, and what tires I use at the drag strip. So like I said, the tires I use at the drag strip are the Hoosiers, both front and back, skinnies up front, slicks in the back, and that's just what I run. So you can take your pick of who you want, what manufacturer you want to get, but you can't, personally, you can't go wrong with no matter which route you go. So I think that's going to wrap it up for this one. Again, you know, my thoughts and prayers go out to those who have gave all and sacrificed for our country, and the families that supported those folks. Again, this is going to wrap it up for this one. If you're stopping in for the first time, please, hey, check out the rest of the content. If you like what's going on with the channel, please do me a couple things. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you get notifications when I upload new content. Hit that like button. Hit that like button, absolutely helps the channel, gets the channel out there on YouTube. And hey, we're up over 920 subscribers. We're getting real close to that 1,000 goal. I know we can make it as long as you guys keep hitting that subscribe button. I highly appreciate it. And that's going to do it for this one. Until next time. Peace.